Hello. We have just about every kind of weather with the exception of a heat wave hitting Europe this weekend. This deep area of low pressure has already brought strong and damaging winds across the Adriatic. As it pushes further east, it will mean a very windy story across the Aegean. Heavy rain pushes into Turkey. Another low centre rolls across Italy and into the Balkans. Further strong winds here. Strong winds towards the west of the Mediterranean as well. A mixture of sunshine and showers for Greece and Turkey on Sunday. I think some heavier, more persistent rain coming in from the west later on in the day. But for the Balkans, it's looking very wet. It will be windy once again, as it will be across much of Italy. Briefly clearer across the Alps, weather systems continuing to feed cloud into Spain and Portugal. But actually, as that low pulls into the centre of the Med, things briefly quieter here on Sunday. Monday, though, another spell of wetter weather on the way. You can see the winds stay keen across the Med throughout, and some snow returns to the picture for the Alps and the Dinaric Alps on Monday. For Scandinavia, things still stay rather on the chilly side, although not as cold as they have been. We'll see some snow getting into western Russia. Things ease up, though, across Western Europe as the week progresses. Drier, clearer for Madrid and Lisbon. For Paris as well, Monday, Tuesday. Still looking unsettled towards the southeast. Hello. A rather wintry flavour to the weather across North America this weekend. No great surprises. Of course, it is January, but some very cold air surging in behind this area of low pressure through the east coast towards the west. This area of low pressure could bring some heavy snowfall across parts of the Sierra Nevada into the Great Basin, and this weather front then spinning up ahead of it, pushing up across the plains. Looks like it's got particularly Minnesota in its sights on Saturday. Some heavy snowfall here. For the Pacific Northwest, where it's been drier in recent days, a weather front will start to push in. However, much of British Columbia remaining fine on Saturday. As we head further south, more in the way of cloud across California and some rain getting through to the coast for Los Angeles and San Diego on the rearward flank of that area of low pressure. And it stays quite unsettled really through the west coast as we look into the beginning of the week ahead. Some rain returning to Vancouver. Here's the east coast for Saturday. Some sunshine, yes, but some lake effect snow again, thanks to the northwesterly winds, feeling quite bitter in that wind for New York and Washington. Further south, the weather front just takes its time to clear from Florida, so some quite wet weather across Orlando. Looking drier, though, for the deep south after the heavier rain we saw through the end of the week. There you see that cold sitting to the northeast of the US in the short term. Brighter for Orlando Monday. Hello. For southeastern Brazil, the rain has been relentless through the last week. A weather front has pretty much ground to a halt here. Still the tail end of the system showing up on our latest satellite picture. More showers congregating into persistent spells of rain for Saturday. And it's the Santa Catarina region that's been particularly badly hit. And with more rain on the way, the risk of flooding will remain significant. Still looking pretty hefty in terms of the showers across the western side of the Amazon basin on Saturday too. Some showers for northern Paraguay. Somewhat clearer across eastern Brazil. Some patchy cloud through the east coast. For Florianopolis, more rain, however. Much of the River Plate sitting in the sunshine on Saturday, up to 31 in Buenos Aires. But weather fronts running into the far south of Chile and Argentina will bring wetter, windier and across higher ground winterier weather through the course of the next 24 hours. More showers for Curitiba and Florianopolis until I think at least the middle of the week ahead. Quite a story across Mexico. Now the heavy rain has cleared from the north. That system has pulled into the US. Generally, I think a lot of fine weather across Central America and the Caribbean through the weekend. Greatest chance of some showers will be for Panama. I think Santa Ana could catch the odd heavier downpour at times. Hello. Severe tropical cyclone Eloise has made a landfall into central Mozambique. The whole system now is gradually drifting southwestwards, away from the energy source, those warm waters of the Mozambique Channel. The winds will weaken quite quickly, but there's still a lot of heavy rain to come out of the remnants of this system for Mozambique, for Botswana, for Zimbabwe, and also for the northeast of South Africa in the coming 24 hours at least. To the north of the continent, it is in contrast much quieter, and you can see that as we compare some of our towns and cities. Some heavy rain, courtesy of the remnants of that system hitting, I think, Johannesburg through the next few days, and then the weather front comes in, dragging in colder air and another batch of heavier downpours. To the north of the continent, if anything, just a brief dip in temperatures to note in the days ahead as colder air fringes in from across the Mediterranean. Across the Middle East, not much to see either. Temperatures around average for the time of year, a lot of dry and sunny weather. A little bit of a shamal perhaps across the Gulf on Sunday, lifting some dust and sand. But the biggest change to be anticipated here through the week ahead will be some of these weather systems eventually working their way out of the eastern end of the Mediterranean, heralding the arrival of some rain into Damascus and Tel Aviv for Thursday. Hello. There's a lot of fine weather in the forecast for India in the days ahead. You can see the expanse of clear skies across our latest satellite picture. Also looking drier now is Sri Lanka. But to the north, quite a marked weather front sinking its way south out of Pakistan into northernmost reaches of India will push in some colder air through the weekend. Will bring some snow into Jammu and Kashmir, showers of rain a little further south, although I think they will just about stay shy of New Delhi. And then across a large northern swathe of the country, fog continues to be quite a notable issue. Staying in the cold air, northern Kazakhstan on Sunday, -20 in Nur Sultan. But behind that frontal system, another pull of milder air in for Tashkent and Kabul. Our temperatures start to creep back up slightly above average values once again. Plenty of sunshine takes us down the length of the west coast, looking fine with sunny spells for the Maldives. Sri Lanka taking a break from all of that rain. But for northern India, fog possible, dense lingering fog anywhere from the Punjab across into the northeast for Assam and Meghalaya. For Tashkent and Kabul, you can see temperatures continue to slowly rise in the days ahead, and they recover to average values for Islamabad and New Delhi after that brief dip. Plenty of sunshine for Dhaka and Mali, Chennai and Colombo should be bright and fine too. Hello. Monsoon rains have been particularly intense across Indonesia in the last couple of weeks. We've seen scenes of flooding and landslides, and there's no immediate respite here in our forecast. Areas also, though, at risk, I think, of flooding in the next few days could be to the north of the Philippines, northern Luzon, where we see a lot of showers crowding in on Sunday, and many parts of Honshu for Japan. A very wet second half to the weekend. Cold in Tokyo too, as we pick up a northerly or northwesterly airstream. Conversely, much milder for the Korean Peninsula and eastern China, at least in the short term. Some heavier showers on the way for Malaysia and Singapore, I think, in the days ahead. Temperatures not set to hold, though, across eastern China and the Korean Peninsula as we look into the days ahead, down to 2 in Beijing by Monday. Somewhere where plenty of heat is building, though now, extreme heat, in fact, will be the southeastern quarter of Australia. Adelaide up to 41 on Sunday. Cooler air will stream in, though, behind this weather front from the early part of the new week. Plenty of heavy rain to the north of the country. Still some heavy rain affecting the south of the South Island of New Zealand, particularly western-facing hills on Sunday. But for New Zealand, actually, a quite quiet start to the new week and some warmth for Christchurch, up to 27 here. Here, though, you see that relief in the temperatures for Adelaide by Tuesday.